Have you ever stared at a Rubik's Cube and felt completely stumped, thinking it was just too complicated to solve? Maybe you've twisted and turned it, only to end up with even more mixed up colors. It can seem impossible at first glance, but don't worry, you're not alone. The truth is anyone can solve it, even if you've never tried before. All it takes is a little patience and the right approach. In this guide, you'll discover a simple, beginner-friendly method that breaks down the process into easy-to-follow steps. The method uses just one core algorithm, a specific sequence of moves that you'll repeat throughout the solution. Don't worry if you've never learned an algorithm before. We'll walk you through each move one step at a time so you never feel lost. This method is designed especially for beginners, making it easy to follow and understand no matter your experience level. You'll learn the basic structure of the cube, how each piece moves, and how to apply the algorithm at every stage of the solve. With just a bit of practice and determination, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can master this iconic puzzle. Ready to begin? Let's get started. Before we begin solving, let's take a moment to really get to know the Rubik's Cube itself. Understanding its structure is the first step to mastering it. The cube is made up of 3 different types of pieces: centers, edges, and corners. Each type plays a unique role in how the cube moves and is solved. Centers are the small squares in the middle of each face. They never move from their position, so they tell you what color each face should be when the cube is solved. Edges have 2 colors and are located between the corners. There are 12 edge pieces in total, and they move around the cube as you twist it. Corners have 3 colors and are found at the very corners of the cube. There are 8 corner pieces, and each one connects 3 different faces. To solve the cube, we also need to learn the special language used to describe its moves, called cube notation. We use single letters to represent each face of the cube and the direction in which it should be turned. For example, R means rotate the right face of the cube clockwise, as if you're turning it away from you. L stands for the left face, and turning it means rotating the left side of the cube. U is for the up face, which is the top of the cube. D is for the down face, or the bottom of the cube. F stands for the front face, the side facing you. B is for the back face, which is the side opposite the front. If you see an apostrophe after a letter like R, it means you rotate that face counterclockwise instead of clockwise. Sometimes a number comes before a letter. This tells you to turn that face more than once, depending on the number shown. For example, 2R means you rotate the right face 2 times in a row. With these basics, you're ready to start learning how to solve the cube. We'll be using a simple, easy-to-follow 7-stage method to solve the Rubik's Cube, breaking down the puzzle into manageable steps so you never feel overwhelmed. Each stage builds on the last, gradually bringing us closer to a solved cube. Throughout the process, we'll rely on a core algorithm, a set of moves you'll get comfortable with to guide us through the trickier parts. Stage 1 is called the white daisy. This is our starting point and sets the foundation for everything that follows. The goal here is to create a white daisy on one face of the cube, which means arranging the white edge pieces around the yellow center. This means having the white center piece in the middle with 4 white edge pieces surrounding it, each one also matching the color of the center piece on the adjacent face. It's a visual checkpoint that tells us we're on the right track. The best part? This stage doesn't require the algorithm yet, just a bit of patience and observation. Stage 2 is called bottom white corners. Here, we move from the daisy to building the first complete layer. Now we'll put the white corner pieces in their correct places so that the entire bottom face is white and the corners match the sides. This is where we start using our algorithm. Don't worry if it feels tricky at first. Practice makes perfect. We'll break down the specific moves in the next section so you can follow along at your own pace. Stage 3 is middle layer edges. At this point, the bottom layer is done and we focus on the middle. We need to solve the middle layer edges by matching them with their center pieces, making sure the sides line up perfectly. Again, our algorithm will be the key here. Now on to stage 4, the yellow cross. Time to work on the opposite side of the white cross. We flip the cube and focus on the yellow face. We'll create a yellow cross using a specific set of moves, setting up the final steps for solving the cube. Stage 5 is top layer edges. Here, we arrange the yellow edges to match their corresponding center pieces on each side. Now we'll carefully rotate and position the yellow edges so that every side color lines up, making the cube look almost finished. Our algorithm will come in handy again, helping us solve this layer efficiently. Stage 6 is top layer corners. We're almost there. Let's position the yellow corners correctly using, you guessed it, our handy algorithm. This step brings us right to the finish line. Stage 7 is called Orient Top Corners. This is the final challenge. This is the final stage. Here we rotate the yellow corners so every face is perfectly aligned. Once the yellow corners are oriented, the cube is solved. With these 7 steps, you'll be able to tackle the Rubik's Cube with confidence and skill. Congratulations! You now know the 7 stages and the basic moves to solve the Rubik's Cube. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice each stage and the algorithm, the faster you'll become. This method can even be used on other types of Rubik's Cubes. Have fun cubing, and don't forget to share your experiences and any cool tricks you discover in the comments below.